Have you ever wondered how cold weather might affect your electric car? It's a common thought, isn't it? The idea that the icy grasp of winter might somehow hinder our trusty electric vehicles from performing at their best. This perception is not entirely baseless, as the cold does indeed play a role in how electric cars operate. So let's shed some light on this frosty issue. Stay with us as we delve into the science behind why electric cars are affected by cold weather. Before we dive into the science, we'd like to remind you that this channel is your one-stop resource for everything related to electric cars. From the latest news to in-depth explanations on electric car technology, we've got you covered. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. If you're interested in learning more about the impact of weather conditions on electric vehicles, don't forget to check out our additional videos for more insights. Now let's get back to the question at hand. Why does cold weather affect electric cars? To understand the effect of cold weather on electric cars, we must first understand how electric cars work. At the heart of an electric vehicle is its battery. This is no ordinary battery though. It's a high-tech lithium-ion powerhouse that provides the juice needed to turn the wheels and get you down the road. When you press the accelerator, electricity from the battery is sent to the motor, which then spins the wheels. It's a much simpler and efficient process compared to the internal combustion engines that we have grown so accustomed to. But here's where things get interesting. The efficiency of these batteries, like all batteries, is influenced by temperature. You see, inside every lithium-ion battery, there's a constant dance happening between lithium ions. They move from one side to the other, creating a flow of electricity. This dance is most graceful at moderate temperatures, where the ions can move freely and efficiently. As the temperature drops, however, so does the ability for these lithium ions to move about. The cold makes the electrolyte solution inside the battery more viscous, or thicker, making it harder for the ions to dance their way from one side to the other. This reduced mobility means the battery can't provide as much power as it could at warmer temperatures. This is why, on a cold winter's day, you might find your electric car doesn't have quite the same pep in its step. The range of the car, how far you can travel on a single charge, can also be affected. This is because as the battery struggles to provide power, the car might need to draw more energy to maintain the same level of performance. In essence, the colder it gets, the harder the battery has to work, and the less efficient it becomes. But that's not all. Cold weather can also affect the regenerative braking system found in many electric cars. This system cleverly uses the energy produced when braking to help recharge the battery. But in cold conditions, the system might not work as efficiently, adding another layer to the challenges faced by electric cars in the winter. So, as we can see, cold weather can indeed have a significant impact on electric cars, but why is this the case? The culprit behind this decreased efficiency in cold weather is the lithium-ion battery. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty of why this is. Lithium-ion batteries are the powerhouse of electric cars. They store the energy that propels these vehicles forward. But when the mercury drops, these batteries can become, well, a bit lethargic. You see, lithium-ion batteries operate through a series of chemical reactions, and these reactions are temperature-dependent. In simpler terms, the colder it gets, the slower these reactions occur. It's like trying to make a cup of hot chocolate in a frozen kitchen. It's going to take a lot longer, and the result might not be as satisfying. Similarly, when the battery's internal temperature drops, it can't deliver the same power output as it does in more temperate conditions. This means your electric car may not have the same zip and zest in cold weather. But that's not all. Cold weather can also affect the driving range of your electric car. As the battery struggles to generate power, it drains faster, reducing the distance you can travel on a single charge. It's like running a marathon in heavy snow boots. You're going to tire out quicker and cover less ground. Now, this doesn't mean your electric car turns into a pumpkin when the temperature drops. It just means it might need a little more TLC and patience. The good news is, electric car manufacturers are aware of these challenges and are continually innovating to improve cold weather performance. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding how temperature affects your electric car's battery, you can better prepare for winter driving and maximize your vehicle's efficiency, no matter the weather. Now that we understand the science behind it, let's summarize the main points about how winter affects electric cars. So, how does winter truly affect electric cars? In a nutshell, the cold season can play a bit of a villain when it comes to the performance of electric vehicles. Let's break it down. Firstly, the efficiency of the battery tends to decrease in colder temperatures. This is because the lithium-ion batteries that power these vehicles are sensitive to temperature changes. When the mercury dips, the chemical reactions inside the battery slow down, and this reduced activity means less power output. In practical terms, you might find your car struggling to reach those top speeds you're used to in warmer months. Secondly, the range of the vehicle, or how far it can travel on a single charge, also takes a hit. The energy that would usually propel your car forward has to be diverted to keep the battery warm and to heat up the interior of the car. So, you might find yourself needing to plug in more often than you usually do. But let's not get too gloomy about winter's impact on electric cars. While it's true that the cold can pose some challenges, there are ways to mitigate these effects. One simple solution is to keep your car in a warmer environment when it's not in use. This could be a heated garage or under a carport. The idea is to prevent the battery from getting too cold in the first place. Another strategy is to preheat your car while it's still plugged in. This way, you're using electricity from the grid to heat up the car and not the battery's stored energy. By doing this, you can preserve your battery's power for driving. So, it's not all doom and gloom for electric cars in winter. Yes, the cold can be a bit of a nuisance, but with a little forethought and planning, you can keep your electric vehicle running efficiently, even when it's chilly outside. While cold weather can pose challenges, electric car owners can take certain steps to minimize these effects. But what are some of these steps? While winter can be tough on electric cars, there are ways to navigate these challenges. Let's dive right into some practical tips for electric vehicle owners to help counter the effects of the chilly weather. First on our list is preheating your car while it's still plugged in. Sounds simple, right? Well, it's a game changer. You see, preheating your vehicle not only makes it cozy for you, but also warms up the battery. And a warm battery is a happy battery. It performs better and provides a longer range. So, give your car a little pre-drive pampering. Remember, it's plugged in, so you're not using up your battery power to get the heat running. Next, let's talk about driving more conservatively. Now, I'm not suggesting you drive like a snail, but easing up on the accelerator can help conserve battery life. Electric cars, just like their gasoline counterparts, consume more energy at higher speeds. So if you're not in a rush, take it easy on the road. Enjoy the scenery, take in the winter wonderland around you. Not only will this save your battery, but it's also safer considering the slippery winter roads. Lastly, let's discuss regenerative braking. This is a feature in electric cars that converts the energy used in braking back into power for the battery. It's like your car's little recycling system. In cold weather, this feature becomes even more beneficial. So every time you brake, imagine you're giving your battery a little top-up. It's a fantastic way to extend your driving range. Now I know what you're thinking. All these tips sound great, but will they really make a difference? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. Each of these strategies may seem small on their own, but when used together, they can significantly enhance your electric car's performance during the frosty winter months. With the right knowledge and preparation, electric car owners can conquer the cold and enjoy their rides no matter the weather.